What's up? What is up, everybody? It is West Coast Wednesday. This weekend went hella fast. I hope everybody had a dope weekend. A lot of things happened for me. Bunch of stuff happened. Had a blast at Universal, fireworks, you name it. I had a good weekend. Monday topped it off. So overall, it flew by, man. I wish these vacations, these days off, they just fly by. We got the Laughlin trip coming up, and it seems like it's already here. It's like it's just literally like 2 weeks away, man. So, how are you guys doing?
I'm good, man. Holding it down out here in the foothills. It's getting hot. When it's in the 90s before noon, it's going to be a hot day, but it's been a good day so far. Just getting some stuff done with the animals and stuff around the house today. But yeah, it's a good day. Let's get it done. It's another West Coast Wednesday, baby.
Shout out to Slay in the building. You know how it is.
What up, Lindy?
We got our guy Lindy.
Big play, Slay.
Zone is in the building.
What up, guys?
Eagles Uncensored. What is up, my brother? I see you doing that work. Keep grinding. You're gonna get there.
Yep, he went from 70 to 78 overnight, so he's gaining subscribers pretty quickly. So he's going to be at 100 before you know it. So yeah, shout out to Eagles Uncensored.
That's awesome, man. Like I can't wait till we look back at all these numbers, and it's gonna be funny.
My new partner in crime. That he's a good dude.
Fly girl, what's up? What's good? Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a good weekend.
I had a good weekend as well, man. Just chilled, laid back with the kids, fam time. Had a little fireworks here and there, barbecued it up, a little Monday, a little rest time, just chill, laid back, watch some TV, watch some movies, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
But overall it was good, man.
Kept it quiet, I stayed home, stayed safe, kept it low key.
Yes, sir. Slay's almost closing down on 200. I can't wait to get there. It's gonna be a good day celebrating, and then Eagles and
sure.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we got to get to that 100 so we can give away that jersey, man.
Right? Someone's gonna win that Jalen Hurts jersey. So hell yeah, salute to
that jersey, bro.
Yep. So today we're kind of gonna go over a little bit of things. We're gonna go over the Giants' schedule, and that's gonna finish the whole division, and we're gonna give our thoughts about that and stuff. And actually was listening to Philly Fuego show, and Eagles champ was kind of thinking that we're gonna sweep the Giants, but I am gonna get into that and why that's not gonna happen, and I'll give a little bit more insight. So that I do want to talk about that. Going into the division, especially with the Giants and stuff like that. Let's see, Philly Girl. Someone else had the original spelling. Yeah, did I say Fly Girl? I'm sorry, Philly Girl. I don't know why I always do that. I keep looking at the name.
That's the second time, bro, that she's
Philly Girl Philly Girl without the eyes. Without the eyes.
Please forgive me.
Bird Gang 31, what's going on, dude? He's putting out a lot of content. Shout out to him. I was on his channel yesterday.
Yeah, hey Bird Gang, if you're not busy,
he had 3 live streams yesterday. He's killing it. So
I think I have him on Twitter, man. I was gonna shoot him an invite if he's not busy, man. If you're not busy, what? Oh yeah,
he was on with Joe Castro. Then he had me on, and then he was on. And then he had they were all on his channel. He had Joe Castro, then he had me, and then he had Alkabir, the analyst, on after that. So he was doing
challenge out 30.
Good.
Doing his thing, man. That guy always putting in content, some good reviews, everything. Yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Going on, MK. Shout out to Mitchkovsky. Thanks for chiming in to the West Coast Wednesdays.
Yeah, definitely. Me and him will be linking up this Friday. I'll be on his show, so you guys definitely go check that out.
Nice.
And Philly Girl, I think the Giants are sleepers this year.
Really?
It could be. That's right, without the eyes.
Yep.
It's all good, dog. As long as you're tuning in, and I appreciate you. If you have any questions, go ahead and
Yeah, thanks for chiming in. Thanks for tuning in at work, man. We appreciate it.
And then all my subs, go ahead and follow, if you haven't already. There's a new guy in town. For me, Bird Gang 31. So if you guys could do me a huge favor and go ahead and sub him up, and let him know the Birdman, Philly Fuego, yeeigo. We're sending our approval. Please go down there and support our guy. We got to support each other.
Thank you, man. Success. Support each other. Raise our numbers together, and we all come up, bro.
Oh yeah.
We get more people to see us.
We're a community. There's a reason why all these mainstream media guys keep attacking our players, because they know we have the biggest, social media content creator group as an NFL team as there is on the planet. So they just keep coming after us because we know we're gonna keep responding.
I keep fishing and reeling us in.
Yeah. even Castro, responded to the cartoon thing that the Colts put out about Carson Wentz bringing the cheesesteak to the barbecue. They're like, well, we don't eat those here, Carson. Like,
yeah.
Gas on the fire, baby. Just gas on the fire. Keep hating.
Yeah. So speaking of that, man, I caught this tweet. I don't know if it was Joe who put it up, but let me go over it real quick. So basically, it's some back and forth. I can't wait to see the Eagles O-line get injured and Baby Hurts running for his life and missing a wide open Smith. Wentz isn't the problem. Howie and Jeffrey are the biggest factors to last season's horrible record. Indianapolis literally helped this poor organization by gifting a quarter of their coaching staff to. Okay, so basically, they're giving us their coaching staff from Indy. Prevent Philly from becoming the Texans, basically. So Philly and its fan base have been taking shots at Wentz off season, and y'all expect them to keep talking. Gaslighting at its best. Bunch of ungrateful crybabies starting drama, but can't take the negativity they started. LOL. And then somebody said, discount, blah, blah, blah. Before watching the vid, I thought you were going to have a good laugh, but boy, was I wrong. You and the fan base are a bunch of sensitive little bitchs. So like you said, the Colts, no one's really talking about the Colts, and they're trying to grab at the Eagle fans to start a fire that isn't really there. So I'm gonna
throw something in the pot, bro.
Right. So I'm gonna let you guys talk about that real quick, but let me give you my input on that. See, the Eagles, we don't have that pressure that Wentz is gonna have. Okay, Wentz went over there to hit the reset button, right? Because he it was too much over here. Okay, so the Philadelphia Eagles organization, we granted them that. Okay, here you go, Wentz. What else are we gonna do? So you go take your butt to the Colts. Now this guy has to show up. Okay, he can't show any of those numbers that he showed us, because let's just face it, he goes 0-3, 0-4. He might be looking at the bench all over again, and his career is going to be forgotten. He's going to be like the next backup quarterback thing, and he's going to be going from team to team to team to team. He's got one chance, and that is this year. And the Colts don't even believe in him that much, because you remember he has to play 75% of the snaps. They put that in there for a reason, because I feel that they don't even believe he's going to even last. Carson Wentz, he wasn't even injured. It was his heart that was injured. It wasn't his body himself. So they don't even believe in the guy. Let's just face it. The Colts, it's a coin flip. They don't know what Carson they're going to get. The division that he's in is going to be tough. The Titans are going to be tough, dude. They already whooped them in the playoffs, okay? So, what's the coach's name on the Colts?
Frank Reich.
So Frank Reich, he has to try to put the pieces back together, because Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and he's trying to pick him back up, which is Carson Wentz. He's got to get his footwork together. He's got to try to make him a leader, because if Carson is not going to be a leader, that team is going to fall apart. I don't care if he plays basketball with them. I don't care if he goes fishing with them. I don't care if he goes shooting deer with them. You have to put that on the field. And if he doesn't put that on the field, it's just going to break again, and that's going to be fun in itself. Us Eagle fans are going to be watching Carson with a magnifying glass, because I don't know who that dude was last year when he was on the Eagles. I could not identify him. So that's what I'm going to say about that. So whoever wants to talk about that, go ahead.
Go ahead, Yee.
I mean, I can somewhat agree with you. He does have that pressure. He has more pressure than the Eagles do. The Eagles, everybody's shooting them down. All the analysts on ESPN and all these other networks are basically disgracing our football team, from the leadership to the janitor. I feel like he does have a lot of heat coming in because he was traded to them to improve a team that already went to the playoffs with Phillip Rivers under center. I don't think if he has to do a lot better than what Phillip Rivers did, because he's much younger, he's much talented, much more talented than Phillip ever will be or ever was. And I feel like that's a lot of pressure coming in to a different organization. I feel like him hitting a reset button, leaving Philadelphia, where all our social media, where the sports analysts, everything is on his ass all day, every day. He's going to an organization where there isn't that much noise to bring you down or to bring you up. It goes both ways. I feel like, and somewhat, he has a good chance to do good, just because the team that he's going to, the Colts, it's much suited as a overall talent for him. I feel like him running the ball more and having a little bit more of a set coaching, I feel it's going to help him. And obviously him playing under Frank Reich for that under his rookie year and his Super Bowl run, I feel he's more comfortable under his system than what he was with Doug Peterson. I personally like the guy. I just don't like the decisions that he made. I didn't like the fact that how he handled him leaving Philly. I just didn't like him being quiet and all that. I did not support any of that. I still want the guy to succeed. Why? Because they'll benefit the Eagles. And two, I've seen the guy multiple times, man, live, and seen the wonderful things that he was able to do, and the things that he's capable of, and moving out of the pocket and all that. I seen his flashes of what he can do, and I seen his lows, what he can't, like what he shouldn't do. Throw picks every game, look like he's confused out in the field, and looking at the coaching staff like he doesn't know what he like him and the coach are not on the same page. I mean, that you can't be doing that, bro, when you're a franchise quarterback, when you're getting paid over $100 million. You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. You have to be on the same page. You got to be in the same page with your offensive line. You got to be on the same page with your receivers and everybody. You got to be there all day, committed. And I feel like he is not that committed, and that's why his leadership skills or his meter is low, because he is more into his family and more into his religion and more into his passion of hunting and doing his thing. When there's other people, when you want to be a great quarterback, you got to be on there 100%, bro. Practicing, looking at film, making sure that what you did wrong, you got to be there, do it, and fix it. you know. And I honestly think he has the tools to be successful, but then again, I've seen the things that how easily he can be broken down, just because how people see him. When people see him and criticize him, it looks like he's fragile, and he's more emotionally and like mentally like gets disabled. Like I feel like when media attacks him like that, and that's why I feel like Philly wasn't for him, because him coming from a small market, you know, North Dakota, you know, they weren't like that. They weren't attacking him that way. And any negative thing that came out, you know, people just pick at it and just run with it. And I feel like that ultimately defeated him in here in Philly. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you know, and with Wentz, I think there's, with the situation that he's now taken over in Indy, with the team ready to, you know, contend now, right away out the gate, there's definitely more pressure on him as far as, you know, being able to step right in and be successful, especially with the amount of success that he had under Frank Reich, you know, in 17, you know, on that damn near MVP run that he had. You know, I think there's a recipe that they're gonna try to get Wentz back lean. They're gonna try to get him back out of the pocket, try to get him, you know, moving around more. And that's I think more of the reason why they put out that stipulation of the 70 to 75% was not because they don't believe in him. It's because it's really more of an insurance policy, because there's still that concern that, you know, he could possibly have a major injury again. So, you know, they just, I think they're just, you know, covering their ass, so to speak, in that way, with that stipulation of the 70 to 75%. But, you know, I really do think that he's going to be successful, because that defense is going to keep the opponent's scores down. So their offense is not going to have to be crazy. You know, they're not going to have to be putting up 30 to 40 points a game or anything like that. They're going to be able to get W's by, you know, scoring 3 touchdowns and a field goal or something like that. You know, just right around that 24 to 28 point range. They're going to be able to put up enough points to, you know, I think be very competitive in that division. Yeah, I agree with you, Birdman, that, you know, Tennessee is definitely going to be right up the top of that division with them, 100%. Because when you add Julio Jones into an offense with A.J. Brown and a beast, an absolute beast, my favorite running back in the NFL, without a doubt, in Derrick Henry, I mean, that offense just became that much more deadly. So,
oh yeah,
I think Tennessee's going to be. I really think Tennessee's got a good chance to go to the AFC Championship this year. I do. You know, it's going to be the AFC is going to be a lot more competitive than it kind of has been in years past, especially with some more of these teams starting to take that next step. You know, but to answer your question, really, to sum it up, I think that Jalen Hurts, this is really like his rookie year extended, like I've said before, and there's a lot more pressure on Carson Wentz to really take the Colts to the next step in the playoffs, you know, and take them on a deep playoff run.
Real quick, let's get to some of these questions. Just real quick answers, guys. Philly Girl says, legit question here. Were you on the Wentz fan from the jump? And I'll go first. Yes, I was, because it looked like there was a lot of promise, and it looked like we were going to have Wentz for at least 10 years. So right. I was.
Especially when he comes out and he lights up Cleveland like he did. I mean, that very first game that he came out right out the gates, and you know, it was the Cleveland Browns at the time, but still, I mean, it's an NFL team. It's on an NFL level in front of thousands of fans. So yeah, I mean, I was a Wentz fan from the get too. I jumped on the bandwagon. I'll admit it. I was on the wagon. I was leading. I was whipping the horse in the front.
Like they were too. I was as well. I'm still a West supporter. I believe in him. I feel like he still has a lot of fuel in his tank. I just feel like he needs to set his priorities, and he has a lot of it to show. And
have you guys heard anything about, speaking of him? Have you guys heard anything about the reasoning to why he changed his number to 2? I find that very interesting because, I mean, we all know Jalen Hurts' number last year was 2.
Right.
And Carson has never won 2 as far as I know. He won 11. He wore 11 at North Dakota. You know, he worn 11 with the Eagles.
Well, I
would like to know why he changed his number to 2.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And the first sign of weakness is he let the other guy, the receiver, take 11. He's a nobody to me.
Pittman?
Yeah, and Wentz should have never done that. That was weak on his part.
That's something disrespectful. I think when a quarterback comes in and you're the one, you know, you're trading all these assets, you know, for this guy, and you're gonna let your rookie wide receiver that really didn't even do much last year.
Yeah,
you my number.
He took the L on that.
That's what I'm saying. That it's just like another example of that. I don't know. He just was never meant to play in Philly long term. You know, he's not wired. He's too soft.
Yeah.
Wentz,
RG3.
Yeah, he's gonna wear that 12. If someone's wearing the 12, they're gonna go and hey, Roger doesn't even have to say nothing or look or nothing. Just say, here's the 12, brother.
Or like if Russell Wilson got traded, they'd be like, "Here's 3. Here you go."
Yeah, man, it's just no respect.
Yeah.
But I feel like him choosing 2, maybe 1 plus 1. I don't know. It is what it is. I feel like the same way as you guys. I mean,
he's uncensored. He thinks that 2 or was his high school number. So
I would have picked any other number than the guy who replaced me on my former team.
Right. That's very true.
Any other number. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, and then the guy, I know some fans get a little frustrated because we talk about Wentz, but guys, he was just here last year. It's not like, you know, I mean,
fresh wound. It's still a fresh wound. It is.
Yeah. I mean, any player. We're gonna talk about past players all the time because you got to remember we're analyzing everything.
Right.
From everybody that was on this team, even from the kicker Jake Alley. I'm gonna talk about him all the time because I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. Like, was he drinking the same?
We overpaid that guy. That's another one that we overpaid. We shouldn't have paid him that much money and guarantee him that much when there's so many quality kickers out there.
Yeah, he can make the 40, 50 yarders, but he can't make the 25-yard chip shots. You know, it's.
So Kenneth, this is Kenneth Green right here on West Coast Birds. Thank you for tuning in. Approved StreamYard, that way we could see your name. But he was saying Eagles' lack of defense is more important than quarter. Yeah, that is true. That's our weak spot right now because we already know, like, we watched plenty of games where we're just getting burnt like toast. And Philly 500, shout out to Philly 500. He was talking about what's that guy that we just what's that linebacker that was giving up all those big plays last year?
Oh, yeah, Nate Gary. Yeah, he just got released by the 49ers.
Oh, yeah. Nate Gary was trash, bro. And then the little bullshit thing that he would do, the snake shit, like, bro, get the hell out of here. I don't even want to talk about that guy. That guy was trash.
He was doing he's trying to act like Mankind or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want him back on this team any more than I want Jason Peters back on this team. Let's just put it.
Bro, I prefer having Jason Peters back, bro, than having that.
I mean, if I had to choose one of the two, yeah, probably.
He couldn't cover. He couldn't block the 8 gaps. He couldn't stop the run. What the hell was he doing out there for half the season? The only reason he stopped playing because he got hurt for being such a bad player. God damn!
How does that happen? How does the guy not even make it to? He doesn't even make it. He doesn't even make it to training camp. He got cut before training camp. They saw it. That says a lot. That says all you need to know about Nate effing Gary. Dude, he stinks.
Right.
He stinks. Like Philly 500 says, he stinks.
Hey, Fuego, do you know who Sonic 2.25 is? Do you know who that is?
Yeah. I've seen. Yeah, he's commented on some of my videos before.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, shout out to
what's
Sonic.
going on, Sonic?
The first time I seen you. I like that avatar, man. I used to have that Sega Genesis back in the day, man. But thank you for coming to the show, man. And any questions?
I want to know. I want to know what the 2.25 is. Is that your GPA?
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That he's worth 2.25 mil, man. You better cut that
Right?
out.
There you go. All right. I better
was
stop.
a joke. Yep.
Much love, Sonic. Much love.
Yeah.
Hey, Nate Gary was not even a joke, bro. He was a bad joke. That's how bad he was. God damn.
Yeah, please let the Cowboys pick him up, or somebody in our division. Let somebody in our division pick him up, so we can exploit him to the fullest.
I just don't understand how we didn't bench him, bro. Like he was giving out yards after yards after yards, and he was still playing. I just don't know why, bro. Play the rookies. God damn, bro.
Watch Bill Belichick pick him up and turn him into a star.
A water boy.
A star water boy. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but Nate Gary is hot garbage, dude. That dude, he shouldn't even be. He was a converted safety from college that should have never been playing linebacker in the NFL, point blank. And he obviously wasn't a good enough safety to be in the NFL either. So.
I can't believe you even drafted that guy.
I know.
He drafted a safety, converted into a linebacker. That project was a total L. God.
Yeah, I'm gonna lighten the mood a little bit. Go over these news topics real quick. Pretty funny. Forecasters call for weather on Monday. Cows lose their jobs as milk prices drop.
Hey, you guys know that some people think that strawberry milk comes from pink cows?
Miracle cure kills fifth patient. Wow. Man accused of killing lawyer receives a new attorney.
I bet that attorney better be strapped.
Thank you, brother.
You want to know who their attorney is? He's actually making a list, checking it twice. All right, guys, we're gonna get into
guy before he does another list.
Step forward, Chris. Step forward, not back. Step forward, not to the side. Yes, now stop smiling. You're so high right now, we can tell. You look like you just smoked about 3 or 4 blunts to your head. Chris Effin Sims, you only got a job because of your daddy and his name. I'm done.
I wonder what he has the New York Giants, Chris Sims. I wonder what he's predicting. Hey, Chris, what do you predict on your Giants, huh? Go ahead, Chris. Give me your prediction.
Well, I don't know, but we're going to be competitive because Daniel Jones is the next Drew Brees. You watch. He's maybe from Duke, but he's not Dookie. He's a great quarterback, and I believe him. He might be good, almost as good as my daddy, the best New York Giants quarterback ever. Point blank. Yes, I'm high right now. Very, very high. High as the sky and the plains and the moon at nighttime.
So what's your prediction? What's the record, Chris?
We're gonna go 4-13. Yay! Number 1 draft pick.
4-13 for Chris Sims. All right.
We're gonna draft a quarterback with a number 1 pick.
All right. So we're gonna go. We already got Chris Sims' prediction, 4-13. We'll start off with the Denver game. Looks like it's a Sunday 1:00 game. Is it away? How do you know it's away? It's at home.
Yeah, if it's got the red.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So they're opening with Denver. So how say you guys?
They're opening with Denver at home. I'm gonna say now Saquon's supposed to be fully ready to go, right? Week 1.
That's the word.
What we're hearing.
That's the word on the street.
I'm gonna say the Giants get a W week 1.
All right.
They're starting on
They're gonna win by a safety. They're gonna win 17. They're gonna win 17-15.
What you got, Yee?
I could see them winning. I feel like they upgraded on offense. Defensively, they were probably the better team. Or not better than. I mean, I think the back end was better than the rest of the division. I feel like they got a little bit better on the D line. So I feel like overall they're a better team. So I see them beating the Broncos with what they currently have.
All right. And before we go further to the schedule, when you guys were having the talk, that was a crazy show you did, Fuego. There's a lot of chatter going on. But when Eagles champ came in and he's so confident that we're gonna just smack the Giants around, like I don't know what that was when we did play the Giants, but they were letting Daniel Jones carve us up, man. He was carving us up like a Thanksgiving dinner because we were just letting him run and run and run. And that was the most embarrassing thing. I hope when they go look back at that tape when we played the Giants, because if you think about it, we almost got swept by him. If you think about it,
we came back on that first game. That was lucky.
Exactly. So yeah. I'm not so confident.
If their tight end makes that catch in the first game, then we lose that game.
They didn't mishandle that pass.
Yeah, Ingram, he's got to catch that. He's way better than that.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for those stupid mistakes, luckily that the Eagles had that sniper out in their stadium and shot Daniel Jones right in the ankle, and then he fell before he could make that. It's just like. So, like I'm not so like we're not this world beater where we're just going to smack the Giants around. They're going to have to prove it. But again, I can't really – this is a whole new regime, so I can't carry over that travesty because if it was the same coaching staff going into this year, I think we're going to get swept by the Giants. That's my God honest because it's like we didn't even know what we were doing. Our defense was just asleep. How do you let Daniel Pesos run 80 yards, bro, in our building? You're going to let that man run 80 yards in our building? Like, what was that, And, I think the fans have a big thing, all the fans going to be in the stadium. It's going to be a huge difference because that's another thing. We need our home field advantage back. We need that link to be rocking. We need that energy back. And that's going to be, Jalen Hurts is that man to hype out that crowd, dude. And Devontae, they know, like when you go to the Super Bowl and we're doing those end zone dances, even in warm-ups, we were hyping that crowd. That crowd was that energy, and we need that same energy because that's another key to victories. A lot of these wins that we're going to have, guys, they're going to be damn near ugly. Because this is a whole new regime where everybody's got to find out their niche. Everybody's going to find their own niche, and it's going to, like I said, but a win is a win. It's not going to be pretty this year. I'm already set for that. But then we might have some pretty games where the team is just not into it, and Jalen Hurts just attacks because Jalen Hurts to me is a dual threat quarterback. I don't want to just say he's a pocket presence. That's all he's got. He's just going to be a pocket quarterback. I don't believe that. I believe this man is a dual threat. I don't want to change that. And if it doesn't succeed, guys, I'm prepared for that too. If this just doesn't work out with Jalen, I'm also prepared for that. I'm not saying that he's going to be Russell Wilson and all that. He just has to be his own person. So
and the way that the NFL is set up right now, with Lamar Jackson being a couple years removed from an MVP, I said this on Bird Gang 31's channel yesterday. I think, like you said, Jalen is definitely a dual threat quarterback. and he's a better thrower than Lamar. He may not be as dynamic as a runner. He may not be as fast, but if Lamar Jackson can win an MVP, who's to say Jalen Hurts can't? I'm not saying he's going to do that this year, but in the totality of his career, I don't think it's that far fetched of an idea, of a thought, because like I said, the NFL is transitioning towards more of the dual threat quarterback. They're more offensive threat. They're quarterback friendly. If a quarterback gets a late hit, they'll throw those flags. They'll make sure that these quarterbacks are protected, and these guys going over the middle, these defensive receivers, are protected as well. So it's just it's more of an offensive league now, and like I said, I think the sky's the limit for this kid. I really do.
Right, and Fuego, that's the key thing that the Eagle fans have to get used to saying. We have a dual threat. Don't be afraid and say that.
Right.
That's what he is. What I saw last year, and that game against Washington was a damn joke. First of all, we didn't even have starters. You know who our corners and safeties were? It was Larry, Curly, and Mo. So that was and I'm supposed to be impressed by that. Larry, Curly, and Mo are playing defense. And I'm supposed to be all mad about that because we threw that game. The game was thrown from the beginning. I don't know what game everybody was watching, but the game was thrown from the beginning. That game is not on Jalen Hurts. They threw the damn game. I don't know why anybody thought that was even a real game.
And the worst thing about that, Birdman, was that it was pretty close. It was pretty close throughout.
Am I right? And
with backups and then once they switched the quarterback, it's where we just crumbled.
Look, that was supposed to be Washington's opening. That was their red carpet moment into the playoffs. They look like absolute trash. I don't know what
team.
I do not know what Ron Rivera was doing that game, but that game he called was absolute trash because the Eagles should have been absolutely annihilated. There shouldn't have been no game. It was like a preseason game. So I don't know why everybody's that game to me does not even count. Jalen for 2 quarters, and I'm supposed to be pissed, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, you know what? Here, let me call Chris Sims. Hey, Chris, did you see that game? Did you see that game, Chris? Because that's where you're going to rate your top 40. Did you see that game? He played for 2 quarters, right? So that's where you grade him, top 50 quarterback in the league, because he only played 2 quarters with backups. That's where you do your rating.
No, I still think Kellen Mond is way, way better than Jalen Hurts, and he's gonna do great things in the NFL. And I still don't think Jalen belongs in the top 40. I just don't. I'm gonna put backups ahead of them, like Teddy Bridgewater and Case Keenum. Even Case Keenum is a great pocket quarterback. He's way better than Jalen Hurts. Come on, get out of here.
You're killing me. You're telling me that RoboCop Alex Smith is the greatest thing to happen. The dude was playing on one mechanical leg, and he's better than Jalen Hurts?
Absolutely. Oh, my voice dropped. Oh, my testicles might have finally fell. Oh, I gotta go tell my daddy. My testicles finally dropped. Yay! What were we talking about again?
Yeah, you go back to the smoke tour, man. You're killing me here, man. Next game is away, and they're going to play Washington. Washington, guys.
That's going to be a tough one.
I think we had let's see. Let me go back to the no names.
Well, what we were just talking about, going back to the week 17 or week 17. The crybabies, the New York Giants fans are crying about us tanking that game when they had 15 other games to win to get them into the playoffs last year, and they're they're focused on that 1 week. You know, it just drives me absolutely crazy with those fans that want to keep crying about us, you know, pulling Jalen Hurts and you know, tanking that game, so to speak. It's absolutely asinine for them to blame us for them not making the playoffs. Yeah, we had anything to do with you guys not winning your other games that last year. Really? Come on.
Let's see.
But as far as the football team, is that away? Is that at Washington?
Yeah, and I think we have because on Washington's record we had them. I think we have them winning. I think we have Washington beating the Giants. Yeah, that's because we have them 1-1.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Yep, I'm gonna stick with that definitely. I think the football team is gonna get after Danny Dumpster, and shout out to Eagles Champ 1 for that name. Danny Dumpster is gonna get cracked around week 2, and he's gonna be spilling pesos everywhere. So, yeah, I think that the football team gets the W. I'm gonna stick with that prediction.
All right, same here.
Same reasons. The D line's just too much. I think Barkley's coming in, you know, fresh off of that injury. I don't think they're gonna run him as much early. I feel like they're gonna try to, you know, keep him and you know, manage his runs.
All right. Let's get to the next one, and that's going to be at home. They got the Falcons.
Ooh, that's going to be a.
I can't have the whole division beat out the Falcons. I feel like someone has to lose.
They're at home against Atlanta.
It's going to be a good game.
I'm gonna say Kyle Pitts is going to have a big game, and I'll go Atlanta.
Okay.
I think I like that too. I feel like I predicted the Eagles winning. I predicted someone plays. Where the hell did they play the second week? Anyways, I think the Falcons have enough offense to overcome that defense. I don't think Fitzpatrick's going to be off the. You know, I mean, I don't know Fitzpatrick I'm talking about. I don't think Donnie Pesa has it to come out and play lights out after losing week 2.
I'm gonna give the Giants. I'm gonna give the midgets the win on that one. And then they're away. They're gonna go to New Orleans, the Saints, and that's a 10:00 game. It looks like. So they're gonna play. Is it Jameis Winston or what are they? I don't even know what they're doing with quarterback.
They don't.
Yeah. They haven't announced it yet.
I know. Actually going to start a new exercise because I was watching Winston out there training, and you know, you just hold the ball and just kind of rock the baby, and you got people hitting you. So I'm going to start that new exercise. That would look like a great exercise. Just hold on to the ball.
He knows people are hitting him, so he has that ball.
Yeah, I'm going to have my kids hitting you.
When you're under the pocket, under the lights, under that pressure. You don't hold the ball like that.
Get some of the big red wiffle ball bats. They could hit you with those.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be sweating to the oldies with that exercise, and you know, you get like 300-pound dudes to just hit you with pillows, and just make sure you hold on to the ball. You ain't gonna throw the ball. You hold on to the ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's not gonna get sacked or nothing. Like he's just holding the ball, jumping around, but can't throw the ball like this, bro.
I don't know. Maybe he was watching Carson Wentz practice. I don't know. Shots fired. Shots fired.
I think that I think New Orleans is always a tough place to play, and I think in my opinion, I think the Saints are going to be more competitive in this division than a lot of people are giving them credit for. I think Sean Payton is going to keep them up at towards the top of that division. So I think New Orleans is still going to be a tough place to go in and win. So I see the Saints getting the W there.
All right, Yee.
I feel like playing there with the fans back, I feel it's a really tough place to play. It's one of the toughest places to go to and try to get a dub. without or with the quarterback, that might move the percentage of winning up a little bit. But I feel like Sean Payne is a hell of a coach, and I feel like he'll string some wins out, this season.
All right. So Saints, you got Saints, right?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Birdman? Did you predict that one already?
No, I'm gonna give it to Mr. Payton. I believe he's a better coach than Judd, right? It's Joe Judge.
Joe Judge, JJ.
Joe.
Not trying to knock on him or nothing. I feel like he did a hell of a job, replacing the ex coach. I think he brought that locker room together. He did a hell of a job doing that. I don't want to knock on him, but he is a pretty good coach, man.
All right, Philly Girls 76.
Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't already before you leave. Please make sure you do that. It helps with the algorithm on YouTube, and it helps get Birdman's channel pushed out there more, so he can get the recognition that he deserves and get the subscribers up and things like that, and the views and everything. So make sure you guys always hit that thumbs up. Even if you're here just for 30 seconds, in and out, whatever, say you want to just chime in and say hi or whatever, always make sure you hit that thumbs up.
All right, Philly girl, have a good day. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for your time.
Let's see. All right. So moving on to the next Dallas Cowboys. So the Get a Life Stadium is taking the midgets to the Cowgirl Stadium.
Those games are always more lopsided. I feel like the Cowboys has their number. I feel like the Cowboys take that dub.
Yeah, I agree. I would probably tend to agree with that.
They always seem to let the Giants have the upper hand all the time. Like they've been struggling trying to beat the Cowboys. I don't know what it is, but they always seem to struggle with them.
What week is that? That's week 5 already? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is where week 5.
And
Yeah.
I feel the other reason is I feel like it's giving Dak Prescott
more time
to feel the game, feel his ankle. I feel like that's a dub.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't see the midgets going into the Cowboys stadium and in the Jerry world and getting the W. So I think Dallas holds home court there.
All right, and I'm going to give them the L because I'm not convinced yet. The only thing is, it seems like Jason Garrett has turned the page and he'd be more influenced to beating the his old team. So, but I'm just not convinced right now. Daniel Pesos, Saquon, that's never even around. I'm just not convinced, guys. I'm just not, as much as Cop Pizzle says that they're the next up and coming, and he's been saying that for 3-4 years straight, and they're always just at the bottom of the bunch. And I'm just not convinced. You could tell me Mike Judge or Joe Judge is the greatest guys ever to touch the field, but I just don't. How are you telling the Eagles that you guys are the bee's knees and you guys are going to take over the division, and you guys back to for years, you guys have been horrible, and we're going. What's going to be funny if we're hitting the reset button, new coaching staff, a quarterback that wasn't even drafted a first-round pick, a second-round pick. And you're telling me that we have an opportunity to be better than the Giants that's already like 3 or 4 years in their system, and we are on the verge of just destroying that? That is going to be hilarious. And Giants fans are going to be – if Giants fans do not do anything this year, they're on the verge of just blowing it up again. Because how is this guy supposed to explain to the fans that they're going to get another first-round pick? I mean, we'll be fine with that. As Eagle fans, a division rival, we'll be fine with. You guys could be picking first-round picks every year for the next 20 years. We don't give a damn. But the fact that is, if you let the Eagles take the Giants out, that's just fun. That shouldn't even, if I'm being real here, we shouldn't even have a chance because you guys are what 3 to 4 years in this system, and you're still believing in this guy. If Nick Sirianni is on his 4th year and hasn't showed more than 3 or 4 wins in a season, I will be I'm done. Like I don't even think we can handle that for 2 years. There's no way that Nick Sirianni can only win 4 games back-to-back years, and we're supposed to be sold on that. But for some reason, New York fans at Get a Life Stadium, they believe that. I don't understand the logic behind that. I mean, explain that one to me, or maybe this guy can explain it. All right,
You got a point there, bro.
okay. So and now, wow. Geez, man, how is it that they were so shitty in their wins last year that it looks like their season is just as tough. So now that they got the Rams at home, and I don't think they could beat them.
Yeah, I think Matt Stafford's going to have a big year with the Rams. I think he's going to fit well with McVay in that offense. So I don't think I don't see them winning that game either. They're gonna that's a home game at PetLife.
Get a life.
Get a Life Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Rams have to fly cross country, I still see them getting the dub.
Yeah, I think McVay's a better coach than Judge.
Oh yeah, hands by far. By far, McVay's already been even though he lost, he took Jared Goff. I know they had a really good defense, but took Jared stinking Goff to a Super Bowl. I mean that should say a lot about the guy just there.
And let me stop you right there. You know that Jared Goff, when you compare the numbers, Jared Goff is better than Carson Wentz by far.
Well, because of the time that Carson missed, because of injuries and things like that.
Jared Goff even missed time. If you remember his first year, he only played 8 games. They thought he was a bust. But the fact that McVay still made something out of nothing with Goff, and he had more wins than Carson Wentz, that was, I couldn't believe those numbers. I was like, are you kidding me, dude? And we want to talk about how great Carson was. I hate that we had to bring it up, but I'm bringing it up. But I just couldn't believe that Jared Goff has more wins than our great leader Carson. It was a sad number to look at.
Yeah, I know what you mean, and that's part of the big reason why I think that Stafford's going to do big things in LA, because I think he's a lot better than Jared Goff. I really do.
All right, so what do we have? Okay,
what do you think about the Rams game?
Yee.
I feel like the Rams are one of them Super Bowl contenders pre coming into the season. They're
defense. Yeah,
they're super loaded on defense. They have a hell of a coaching staff. They're coming into a new stadium, so they're getting a new home. I mean, they're getting a fresh, proven quarterback under the regime. I just don't see them losing that many games, bro. To be honest with you, and definitely they're not going to lose to the fucking Giants.
So we are 6 weeks in, and so we're midway through the schedule. I have them 2-4, Foothills 1-5, and Yee 1-5. Like, and I don't think that we're being unrealistic, guys. I don't think that we're being too judgmental on it. I mean those games we have them losing. It's not like it's a far stretch. I think the Rams are way more past the Giants. I mean, look at the division they're in compared to our trash division right now. Nobody's setting the world on fire. Our division has fell apart for like back-to-back years. This is the 3rd year now. So
with the New York Giants, what a lot of it boils down to is their offensive line. I don't think their offensive line is going to be able to protect pace those very well, or open up holes for Saquon very well. I don't see that the them winning in the trenches, and we all know that a lot of games are won and lost, down there, and then with the big uglies. So, I just think that I think they probably have the worst. Definitely, I think they have the worst offensive line in the division, and I think that a lot of teams are going to exploit that. Point blank, like you said, I don't think we're being biased at all.
Okay, so next game is going to be a Sunday game, a home game with the Panthers. So they got back-to-back home games. I'm going to give the Giants a W on that one.
Can you put the schedule back up real quick? Because I was trying to see when's their Thursday night game. It'll be a short week.
Thursday night game. Where is that?
That's right. It was the second. It was week 2 against Washington. That's right. Okay, we already passed it. All right.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give. I think it's going to be a close one, but I don't think Carolina's going to be super competitive year one with Darnold. And I haven't bought into him yet either. I'm not that high on Sam Darnold. So I think the New York Football Crybabies will get their second win of the year.
all right. Yee?
I feel the same way. I feel like the Carolina Panthers are on rebuilding mode. They are trying to figure out who is going to step up to play that quarterback position. Second year coaching, I just don't see them being that competitive, especially in their division as well, man. They got the Bucks. They got the Falcons.
Yeah.
I just don't see them being that much competitive. I give the Giants a dub. I feel like the running game should just be sufficient enough to take that dub.
All right, now we got the Monday night game, and it's in the Chiefs' kingdom. Chiefs.
That's another loss for the Giants. I don't see that them going into Kansas City and beating Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs. I know crazier things have happened, but I don't think so. If you're asking me my logical answer, no way. I think Kansas City wins by 17 points.
Yee?
Yeah, the Chiefs are just a powerhouse. They're getting better on defense. Their offense is just too deadly. I don't think they'll be able to compete with the points that they can put up. So I'll give them a no on that one too.
And then next week they're going to play the Raiders. The Raiders are going to Get a Life, and that's a 10 o'clock game. I'm going to give the Midgets the win on that one.
You think the Raiders can lose?
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is going to be a really good game, but I think the Giants are going to squeak it out because it's at Get a Life.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a battle of two teams that are towards the bottom of their division, definitely. And I give the edge to the football team because they're at home, and the Raiders are going to have to come across country. I'll give the Midgets their another win.
All right.
I mean, I can see you guys' point. The last few years, I haven't seen the Raiders be anybody on defense. Last year they lost a lot of games because of their defense. They were in on all the games but lost due to the defense. I see the Giants having a better receiving core. I feel like they have a running back game back. I feel like Donnie Jones with his so-called dual threat. I feel like they can heavily hurt the Raiders. I feel like the Giants might have a chance. So let's just give it up to them. I can't see them lose that many games.
Yeah, the Raiders are too inconsistent, man. They're so inconsistent. They look like world beaters for like a few weeks, and then they don't look like who. They don't even know what the hell they're doing. Derek Carr just disappears. There was one point where the whole game, I think they scored no touchdowns, and Bush, what's the guy, the running back on the Raiders?
Jacob.
Yeah.
He absolutely did nothing, and I had them on my fantasy. I talk about dying, dude. This is what my fantasy was for those two players. 0. Okay, so then they got a bye week, and they're gonna take another L. Pesos is gonna hang out with Ben Simmons, I guess. And taking another L.
Teach Ben how to shoot some threes.
Jeez, then they got a Monday, another Monday. Yeah, they got 2 Monday, and they're prime time for these L's, huh? That's embarrassing. They got another Monday night against Tampa Bay. That's another loss.
It's in Tampa. Yeah, that's a loss.
Gee, it's in Tampa.
They're not going to Tampa.
Yeah.
And on a primetime game and beating Tom Brady. I don't think so.
Jeez, dude.
If they don't have Eli, they don't got no chance.
Exactly. It's not a Super Bowl, so yeah.
Well, 10 weeks in, I got them at 4-6, Foothills 3-7, Yee 3-7. Wow. Smell a first round pick.
A top 10 for sure.
What's up, Jesse? How you doing, brother?
Let's see, Andrew. Shout out to him. What's going on, dude?
He's a 4 for 4 Philly. That's a good friend of ours, Jesse.
That's what's up.
Hey, Jesse, make sure you sub up Fuego, man. Really great guy, man. You know I wouldn't stir you wrong, man. So if you can,
West, come check it out.
The Nest Out West, go sub him up. Tell him the Birdman sent you. You know, I appreciate that, man.
As would I. As would Philly Fuego. You know, Philly Fuego Productions is always. We're always looking to spread the word about the channel. So yeah, much appreciated.
Yeah, and then speaking of that, man, dude, we're working on the Brian Dawkins mugs, and man, I'm so geeked out, dude. We're coming out with I'm gonna do like 4 different designs, dude.
Cool.
So I'm gonna once we get our first one done, I'm actually gonna do a for the West Coast Birds, and if you want to tell your subs if they want to go to Facebook and join the West Coast Birds, because it's going to be specifically for the West Coast Birds. So what I'm going to ask them to do is that if they have not subbed up to the Nest Out West, sub up or get somebody to sub up, and they will be entered to win that mug. So I'm going to be doing that hopefully within this week. So because I want you to already get the 1,000, man. So I'm really going to be pushing for that.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
So I'll let you know, and then you let your fans know, hey, let's do this, and you're gonna be. I mean, who doesn't love free gifts, man? I mean, I like
free 99, my favorite number.
Good, man. Listening, I'm already subscribed to him. There you go. You
Appreciate it, Jesse. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much for the support.
And also too, if you haven't subbed up to the Nest Out West, he'll much support. He'll be happy, excited for that. Let's see. All right, let's get back to this nonsense of this these midgets. All right, so where are we at? Okay, so they're gonna they're gonna play the Eagles, and the Eagles are going to get a life stadium.
I honestly feel like the Giants have something to prove against these guys because of how the season ended last year. Even though it's nonsense, but to them, I feel like it's something. I know that we always joke around about the throwaway game or whatnot, but that affected them, you know. And I feel like that's going to be fuel added to the fire of the hatred towards us because of what we did, and doing them dirty in the draft as well. I feel like jumping ahead of them and taking the Cowboys pick added to the fire, and I feel like they're gonna come in. They're gonna come in at home, and they're gonna play a good game, a complete game. But I feel like the Eagles have a really, really good shot at coming in and, giving them an L, just because our recent history with these guys, we've been dominant over them. And besides last year, I feel like last year was a really bad year overall. So I'm not counting it as much. But I feel like the Eagles come and give them an L, serve them an L. But it's going to be a good game. They always are. They usually are.
So Giants again are losing?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that because it's a late November game, I think weather is going to be a factor. It's like I said, late November in New York. More than likely, it's probably going to be windy, maybe even some rain. I think it's going to come down to to who has a better defensive line, and I think we do. I think we're going to be able to get after Pesos, but even more importantly in that game, it's going to be more predicated on shutting down Saquon in the running game. I think we're going to be able to do that as well. Like I said, I think the Giants' offensive line is not very good, so I think we're going to go in there and slap him in the face with an L as well.
I feel like the Eagles' D line is always, it's been the last, as of late, last 4, 5, 6 years, we've been really good at stopping the run. It's just that a lot of running backs have issues playing against us, but for whatever reason, Zeke is the only freaking running back that can consistently come and fuck us up every single year. God damn, even when he's having a bad freaking season, he still comes and eats. Fucking guy, I hate that guy.
He's such a freaking Ewok. He looks just like those Ewoks from Star Wars. Bastard.
Yeah, you got him.
Like that fool comes in, regardless of what the records are, that fool always fucks us up, bro.
So you got the three, or you got them losing, right? The Giants.
Yeah, I think we both had to us. Or we're on the Cowboys game now.
Nice.
We're still in the Giants.
Okay, so now,
okay, yeah.
Now they're gonna go to the Dolphins. They're gonna play the Dolphins in December.
Nice. I feel like the playing in a kind of messed up weather type of game, and then going down to they're playing in Miami, huh?
Yeah.
And then going down and seeing the sunshine and the heat and the playa. I feel like they're gonna go over there and take an L just because it is what it is. The Giants love to take those L's when they don't deserve them.
Another L. Holy cow! All right, fuego.
I think that with the weapons that Miami added this year for Tua, I think Tua is going to take another step this next year, forward, and I think that I just don't see. I don't see a way that New York can go down there and get a W. I just don't, because there's. I think Miami's got a balanced enough attack on that on the offensive side of the ball, and if they keep Xavier Howard, if they re-sign him and give him his money, then they still have the legitimate number one corner in the league back there on their defense. So yeah, I give Miami the win. I think the Giants are going to take their L in Miami.
Yeah, no love. Elsa said she sent you a friend request, Nest Out West.
I appreciate it, Elsa. Thank you.
Let's see. All right, man, you guys are brutal, man. All right, so then they're going to travel.
Hey, they got a tough schedule for they just do.
They're going to travel all the way to the West Coast, and they're going to play the Chargers. Looks like a 1:00 game on the West Coast.
Damn. So back-to-back away games. So they're going down south to Florida and then have to go all the way to LA.
That's a lot of travel.
Oh my God. I feel like I don't know. I think the Chargers always been like a bad team towards the end of the season, but I feel like last year did they end the season pretty good? I don't remember. I thought they were hot in the beginning and towards the middle they were up and down due to all the injuries.
Their problem was just the defense. I think their injury, but I mean, Herbert was on fire, man. He was like,
but sometimes, I mean, the quarterback can do so much. I mean, I know all throughout the year he was pretty consistent, playing pretty good ball. But I feel like they lost a couple, a bunch of games due to their defense deficiencies due to injury. I think the Giants can come in there and say, you know what, we lost back to back. We have to figure it out. I feel like we'll pull a freaking a win out of this. I feel like that's a game that they can come in and just shock them. Play them. The Chargers are like they're playing pretty good and. It's every team has that 1 week where they're like, oh, we're underestimating this team, this trash team, and there goes Barkley for fucking 140 yards, 2 touchdowns.
all right, Fuego.
Over there throwing for 350 yards.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of travel for the football Giants. I think Justin Herbert's going to continue the fiery trend that he was on last year, and I don't see the Chargers losing to them at home. So
yeah, I'm
going to give the loss to the Giants again. Sorry, Giants fans.
Yeah, because I think Herbert is more on the rise than Daniel Pesos. I think he's got that young. Yeah, so I think he's way ahead of him right now because, like I said, Giants fans, I'm not so sold right now on Pesos, man.
This is Danny Pesos. This is his social media right now.
Yeah, and you can look at Giants content creators. They're not really sold on it. They're worried about this guy because he shows that fear on the O-line.
So we're on to the next week now, right?
Yeah. So Dallas
week.
Dallas is going to get a life stadium.
You know what? I'm gonna call that right now as a trap game for the Cowboys. I think that they're gonna underestimate the football Giants because they're according to me they've just lost 3 games in a row. So the Giants are going to be kind of on a downward spiral. But I think it's a trap game for the Cowboys, and I think the midgets get the W. They squeak it out.
All right. Yee?
I had the Giants losing the first game against the Cowboys, right?
Which one?
I feel like the way I predicted it, I thought coming home with the W against up and coming team.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna have that confidence, and we always hate playing the Cowboys. Any of the divisional teams hate playing the Cowboys. So it's always been Dallas this week, and I feel like they come home and say, you know what, let's set up the stand and let's get this dub. And I feel like they'll shock the Cowboys and get another back-to-back wins.
Shout out to Wifey saying hi. All right, see you. All right, Yee's giving them a win.
Giants? I feel like they come in hot towards the end of the season.
Man, I'm giving the Giants an L.
So you say the Cowboys are sweeping them this year?
Yeah. They struggle, man. They really struggle. I mean, unless they're gonna, land on Dak's leg again and try to sweep the leg, Karate Kid style. All right, then they're playing the Eagles.
All I want for Christmas is to sweep the New York Giants.
Right.
And I think we will. I think we will. I might be biased, but I don't see the Giants beating us this year. I see them as a one. I see them as a running game dependent, Saquon dependent, and that dude has got a lot of tread on his tires. He was used a lot at Penn State. He's shown it already with the injury to his knee last year. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're going to be able to. I think our linebackers and our defensive line is going to come in handy this year, especially with some of the new additions with Eric Wilson and even Jacoby Stevens. I think he's going to be contributing this year as well. So
Hey, Yee, I didn't even think about this, dude. I don't think you can show the games in the background. We might get they might not let us air that. So probably turn off the screen, dude, because I forgot about that. They might copyright that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you can't air that because we don't have permission. I forgot.
That's right.
I just thought of. I didn't even think. I was like watching the game back. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, so when Philly 500 live streams the football games, he's just watching it. He can't show. He just gives you his play-by-play, and he has the camera on himself. He can't show the NFL footage or anything like that because we don't have the rights to it.
Yeah, hopefully they don't catch it. But all right, so Yee, what you got?
I think the Eagles are gonna kind of on top on that. I think we're being slept on. I don't think we're gonna be plus 10 wins, but I feel like we're gonna win. We're gonna win our divisional games. I have them winning that game as well.
All right, and next they're gonna be away in Chicago. And Chicago should be a way better team than they were in the beginning. I think they're going to be a late bloomer. So Chicago's going to be pretty good. Oh, man. That's tough.
That's probably going to be being in the beginning of January in Chicago, there's a good chance there could be some snow on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely,
It'll be an ugly game. Game.
It's going to be cold, nasty.
It's always nasty out there. Past December.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not a. Matt Nagy's got a lot to prove to me this year. He's got a brand new quarterback in Justin Fields, and like you said, they got a pretty decent defense, especially their defensive line. So, to me, he's got to make that next step forward with this team and getting them over the, getting them to be more competitive. So I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. What do you think, E?
I feel like they have a shot. But the weather. But then again, they play New York too in open dome, so the weather's similar.
Right.
I don't think the weather's going to be a big factor to throw away the game. I just think overall, Chicago's defense has been pretty good as of late. I know I was better at one point, but I think they still got a shot. They still got these big names out there. The addition of the quarterback coming in, and anything's better than Trubisky. I feel like they have a good shot playing a solid game against the Giants. They will have to rely on the run game a lot, just because.
Is Foles
on the ball when it's super cold and windy or rainy or whatever? It's just hard.
Is Nick Foles
in that building? There's a lot of air coming in and coming out.
Yeah.
Known for that.
Is Nick Foles still on the Chicago Bears?
Yes, he is.
He is.
Yep.
Can you imagine Foles and Hurts? They're going to be Foles. No, I mean, when I say Hurts, I mean Pesos. I would go if Foles plays, he's beating Pesos.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very run game dependent. So I'll give the Giants the edge and say that they win in a close game. Saquon probably has, over 100 yards and a couple touchdowns.
And you got them winning as well.
Yeah, I feel like they'll construct a 3-little win weeks.
Okay, last game is in the Get a Life Stadium versus Washington. The trash cans. Washington trash cans.
That game, I feel like they'll probably end up losing. I feel like they were in a hot, very hot roll, and then I feel like them going over there is going to take an L. It just happened.
Oh, jeez. Oh. There, we didn't hear you. Go ahead, Fuego.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I don't know how the football team is gonna be able to lose to Danny Pesos. So I don't know. I think their defensive line will be able to shut down Saquon, and I see the football team getting the W the last week.
Jeez. If there were some giant content creators listening to this, man.
All agree with us.
You can reach me at Philly Foothills on Twitter. Also, you can reach me Philly_Foothills82. Go ahead and bring the smoke. I want it all.
Oh man. Oh man.
I want it all.
Oh man.
What do I have them at? Like 4-13? Something like that.
Oh damn.
5-12.
Oh damn. So much for the division getting better, right?
I want to hear some of them predict our season. I really do. I want to hear their take on our schedule.
I know. I mean, a cop Pizzle if he was watching this, man.
Oh God, he'd be losing his effing mind.
He's gonna look at these.
Would be bugging out behind his sunglasses. His eyes would be bugging out.
Look at these booger eaters. They don't know what they're talking about. These booger eaters. All right, so let's go with Yee's prediction for the Giants. Nice 6-11.
He's reasonable.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So and then we'll kind of do the Vegas thing, the over and under. So we'll give them the 2 or a game and a half. So it could be a 7-8 win, give or take on 2 of the games. So
what did I have them at? 5-12? Seriously, what did I have them at?
And Mr. Foothills, the Nest out west, and he is sober as a gopher. Has him at 5-12. Man, are they getting a nice pick, man? Who's the next quarterback coming out of there? So give or take or 2, you give them 2 games. That's a 7-10 record. And Mr. Birdman is right there with Yee at 6-11. Wow. I mean,
so 6-11. So 2 plus 2 to that is what, 8 and 9?
Yeah. So 2 games. Yeah.
I think 8 and 9 is very, very generous for the football team this year. I definitely do. I don't see them.
Team, you mean the midgets?
Yeah, the midgets. I don't see them winning 8 games this year. I just really don't. Not with that schedule. Schedule. Yeah.
It is pretty cool. They play back-to-back Monday nights against big division, and then they play the Chiefs. That stretch is hot, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna have it tough, man. I don't even know. You're right.
And they got to go to Miami, and then the next week they got to go all the way across country to play in LA against the Chargers. I mean, that's back-to-back tough games right there with a lot of travel. I don't even know if they'll probably go back to New York for the week and then fly out to LA. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they handle that because that's a lot of travel, definitely within a short period of time.
We got a special guest that he wants to discuss our opinions about these what we just rated. So let's hear from the man right now. So what'd you think about that list, Mr. Sims?
And you guys say my top 40 is asinine? You guys are out of your fucking minds. I'm out of here.
Come on, man. We're trying to do our best. You know, I think that was pretty reasonable, dude. I think, come on, man.
Your best sucks ass. Your
Come
best
on, man.
blows as much as I do smoking the J's with Snoop Dogg.
Come on, man. I mean, I gave you 6 and 11. Yee gave you 6 and 11, and Foothills 5 and 12. Come on, man. What's up?
6 wins. Danny Pesos has more talent in one hand than Jalen Hurts does in his whole body.
Oh,
Give me a break.
Dude, cut us some slack, bro. You know, we've been having fun just like you on those special drives you do with your buddies that have that cannabis tires, as you say. You know, come on, man.
Well, I was gonna make a really good top 40, but then I got high.
You need to stop, man. You know, you do know who your dad is, right?
Everybody does. I mean, who doesn't know who my daddy is? He's the best quarterback ever. He's the GOAT. Tom Brady ain't got nothing on my daddy.
All right, Chris, I had it enough with you, man. Get out of here, man. I'll see you next week.
Deuces!
Get out of here. I'm done with you. I'm done, brother. Jeez, man. I can't stand that guy. How dare him come in the show? How dare him? He wasn't even invited. Why would this clown come to our show? Jesus.
That SOB.
Damn bastard. I hope he does terrible at NBC, wherever the hell he works. Number 3 goats. Alson busting that. Yeah, I don't know. This Sims guy just loves to come on the show. I don't know, man. I should be getting paid. He should be paying me, putting his ugly mug on my channel. That's right. Screw you, Chris Sims.
Yeah. Eat cat scat, Chris Sims. Eat cat scat.
All right, guys. This was fun. It's coming to an end. I don't know. You got what shows you got coming up, Fuego? You got anything coming up?
Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to be on Gate City's channel. We're going to be talking some more defensive schemes. I think some like defensive line stuff on the defensive side of the ball. We're going over some some blitz packages and things like that. And then this Saturday, check me out. Check me and my new partner in crime out, Eagles Uncensored, aka Eagles. We're going to be kicking off the inaugural East Meets West, the very official podcast this Saturday at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. West Coast time, and yeah, you guys are going to like it. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking, Eagles, NFL in general, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, make sure you check it out.
And let me ask him. Birdman has a question. Ask him if we don't get any corner coming in here that's either a veteran or we just stick with whoever's there. Like, how are we gonna cover it up? Like, ask him what ways can we disguise it, that weak part that we have in the defensive back. Like, how can we disguise it? So basically, just ask him for me. What's a way that we can disguise it so we just don't keep getting burned and they keep sending them out? And you remember last year? I mean, it was horrible how many times. I mean, that Claypool, when you watched him play the Steelers, that was just like embarrassing. That was like watching Madden. I could do that to my son, throwing them bombs all day, and then our corners were like, did you guys see that?
He just scored again.
Hey Nate Gary, did you see that? And he's all, what? Did I see what? Bro, it's already
I had my back to it.
Hold on. What way?
Nate Gary, stop with your stupid snake and tackle somebody. Stop looking at the stadium. In fact, those are not even real fans. Those are cardboard cutouts. They weren't even real fans, bro. What is wrong with you, Gary?
He probably got that from Cobra Kai. He's just copying that from Cobra Kai, dude.
I'm a Cobra Kai fan.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell Gates today, said, what is up, man? It's cool, like that we have a guy that's that's a content creator, breaking down X's and O's. It's really cool. So I don't know if you've seen him. He does break down a lot of kind of like explains defense of packages and.
No, I see some of his stuff. I feel like he's doing good. He's doing good. I just, he's starting, and how everybody starts. You don't end up there. You got to get better.
It's cool that we have a content creator like that. And for my fans, go ahead and check them out.
Hit them up.
Philly Foothills. Oh, there's a Mrs. Philly Foothills.
That's the wifey.
All right.
Shout out to Mrs. Philly Foothills. Thank you for the comment, babe. We appreciate it.
That looks like a famous painting somewhere from France. Thank you for supporting us crazy Eagle fans,
Right.
crazy husbands, right?
Yes,
But
ma'am.
all right, guys. Yee, do you have any closing statements before we go?
Just stay fly and fly Eagles fly.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and I want to thank everybody that tuned in today. It means a lot. You guys are the best in the West, the East, all over the country.
Absolutely.
Let's really, really focus and hone in on getting Fuego to 1,000. Like it's like I know Fuego smells the blood in the water, and it's just roaming. So we're gonna work. I want to try it so July. Let's try to get it to a grand. Let's do the big grand, and we're gonna have that when you hit that 1,000, whoever it is, man, whoever's out there in the YouTube verse, like the universe and Marvel, the U-verse, whoever's that 1,000 guy, it's gonna be, or girl or gal, it's gonna be so awesome. Whoever it is, and I can't wait, man. It's just I'm glad to be. Hooking up with Fuego and coming along for the ride and stuff.
One of the first 1,000 subscribers going to win this Eagles lamp. So
Sweet.
yeah, if you guys haven't liked or subscribed to the Nest Out West, like you said, make sure you do so. I'm already at 908, so yeah, the 1,000's right there. We only need 92 more. So let's go, baby. Let's get it.
We're smelling, like I said, we're smelling the blood in the water.
Yep.
There you go.
Go!
Guys, come on.
What Philly Fuego is cooking.
That's right. So always, guys, remember, fly Eagles fly. Stay tuned, and we'll see you. I'll see you sooner than you know. Always West Coast Wednesdays. We'll have some more guests.
Wednesdays.
We'll be having more guests coming in, and maybe we'll do a live call-in show and see what happens. But see you guys.
Keep it fuego.
Always keep it fuego.